I'm just waiting for a few people to come on live. Uh, Let me know where you're coming from, which country you're in. I was busy with the live stream and then I got a warning from TikTok that if I don't end my live stream in 1 minute, my account is going to get suspended. And I think it's because there was a minor on the live stream, so I have to be very careful with who comes on. So if you are under 18, please leave the stream. Where are you? Where's everybody from? Oh, from Boxburg. Wow. Okay, that's yeah. I'm from Johannesburg. Yeah. So, like I was saying, I think the notification was sent the warning because I don't know if it's the subject matter because I was talking about some issues I'm having online with South African white people and South African black people. But it could also be that, hi everybody, that it's because there was a minor on the live stream. So that's why I'm going to have to be very careful because I'm going to have to kick people off if oh, there's a translator. Why is there a translator? I see, I see. I think there's people here, hi, who are just here to cause trouble. So I just want to see. Okay, for those who just joined, hi, please let me know where you're from. What is fake? They just trolling you. Oh, is it? Yeah, because even now my this Google translator says I'm translating nonsense. So I don't know who this Google translator is, but what I can do is I can. Oh no, that's actually. Oh no, I see. I don't know if that's a real person with that name. Oh, okay, you from Benoni, but how come you all have all these Muslim names? So you think someone is just, it's not TikTok. Oh, okay. So someone just wanted me to stop my feed, right? Okay, thank you. Yeah, because maybe they didn't like what I was saying. Because like I was saying in my earlier video, I'm getting a lot of hate. Thoughts on Trump. I actually made a whole video about my thoughts on him. It's on my YouTube channel, Celeste this and that, same as this one. Yeah. Oh, you are Muslim. Okay. Yeah, because I'm in Malaysia currently, but I'm South African as well. So when I see your name, so of course I also get a lot of Malaysians who come online. Okay, if you see me moving around, it's just because I'm babysitting a cat here. So let me just check that the cat is okay. Oli? Okay, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, the cat is okay. Okay, so you all are saying someone was just trolling me. Yes, because I was talking. Okay, the topic for the day actually. So I don't know if that was real, but because I was talking about how I'm getting a lot of hatred from both whites and blacks. Not. I mean, not from everybody, but I'm generalizing because of a few videos that I made about like what is black and what is white. When I'm talking about race, not skin color, race. Because if anyone has been following my feed, my TikTok, what the kind of hello, the kind of videos I make, because we have this controversy going on in South Africa now with the AfriForum that went to the US, and then with the EWC, and then with who does the land belong to, who are the indigenous people, Afrikaners claiming that they are Africans, so all of this. So because I do educational content, yeah, I says it's a suspension panic. Okay, I'll pin this because I'm still new to the live stream, so certain things I'm probably, hi, where are you from? A lot of you have Muslim names. Yeah, so as I was saying, so what with my videos, like I said, I do controversial content. So because these days it's controversial to post things about race, because somehow race and sex meaning, oh, you're from Malaysia, hi, I'm in Malaysia as I'm doing this, but I'm actually South African. Yeah, so I've noticed when you talk about gender or sex as in male, female, and you talk about race, suddenly it's considered controversial. Whereas, I mean, but anyway, that's life today, right? All the wokeness going on. Right. So, anyway, so are terrible things really happening in South Africa? Terrible things in that white supremacy is on the rise, in my opinion, and based on all the backlash and hatred I'm getting from white people, yes. That our government has not been doing their job for the past 30 years, that's true, yeah. But if you're talking about bad things, if you're talking about that G thing, I don't know if I can say that, let me try. The genocide, there's no such thing. It has already been debunked by AfriForum, by the same people who went to go complain in the US. It has been debunked by them, by Ernst Roots. Even now, the DA has come out. DA is the first white party that has come out to debunk it, because I think they can see how this lie is causing problems in South Africa. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I guess, well, some South Africans are sweet, not all. Yeah. Yeah, so even things like that, like what I'm talking now, I get backlash from people when I say that there is no white genocide, because it already got debunked by the same organizations that were pushing it, or not that they were pushing it, they did not debunk it, but now they're doing it. But before, even all the violations, you have gone live when we ask, okay. So this person says they're from TikTok with 245 followers, that says you are what? Oh, the note. Okay, so I continue. So how? Let me try to. I want to mute this person. Let me just block this account. Okay, I blocked it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are you. I don't know if you're guys or girls. Sorry, I'm gonna just say guys. Thank you for pointing that out, because I was like in a panic mode. Okay, Okay, I've already blocked that account. Yeah, you see, because when I start talking things like this, there's people who don't like it. They don't like, because when I'm talking the truth, when I'm saying that this claim of white genocide was never, it was just being put out there, and there was no white organization, they have their NGOs that was saying this is not true. Not that they were saying yes, it's happening, yes, allergic to the truth. It's not that they were not like saying yes, it's happening, but they were also not saying no, it's not happening. You know what I'm getting at? Same with the white parties like DA and FF Plus and all the white parties. None of them were saying it's happening, or saying it's not happening. It's only last week that the DA actually finally came out and said it's not true. And it's only a few, like last month, where AfriForum was confronted by Ernst Roos, or by him, that they actually have now also said, no, there's no white genocide. And actually, Gayton McKenzie had a meeting with AfriForum, and he also got them to say there is no white genocide. What's that guy's name? Rob Hersov was on Penn's podcast. I don't know if you all know Penn's podcast. I'm sure you all know. He was on there, and Penn confronted him with that. Penn confronted him with, why are you also not debunking this? You go to all these. Oh, I've got a flash go. Okay, let me view it quickly. Even Penn was saying to Rob Hersov, you are getting all these invites to prominent, yes, definitely. I'm going to get to that reverse racist in South Africa. I'm getting to that. Just hold on. I'm getting to that. Let me tackle the white people first. Yeah, the Penn was saying this Rob gets invited to all these big podcasts in the US, like Tucker Carlson and Dave Rubin and Ben Shapiro. But while he's there, he has the opportunity to debunk this white genocide, but he doesn't. And I even just made a video, a satire video, where I said, question of the day, is the white genocide real in South Africa? Because, I have got a lot of irritating white friends that are still alive. So as far as I'm concerned, it's not real. Because right, if it was real, they would be dead. But that was just me asking a legitimate question, but also, putting a little bit of a satire in there. Of course, a lot of people are not going to know it's satire. They're just going to think I want my white friends to be killed. Because there'll be those idiots out there, right? Okay, let me first address this person. There is reverse racist in South. Yes, that's true. And if you go onto any of my videos where I'm talking about white, non-white, things like that, just read the comments. Look at how racist people are in the comments. Black people, okay? But I don't think it's black South Africans. Most of the people that I've noticed are Africans from other countries, other African countries, not South Africans. So that's another thing. I'm actually waiting to I have this thing where you can detect where people come from. Okay? Yeah. So that's that one. Yes, there's definitely reverse racist in South, definitely. And especially if you're colored, and a color that looks like me. Okay, then do you believe that Western Cape is the best run province in South Africa? Okay, to be honest with you, I have traveled to over 160 countries in the world. I am a world traveler. That's my job. That's why I'm now in Malaysia. I'm here in Malaysia because I'm a world traveler. Okay. But although Malaysia is also kind of my second home because I married a Malaysian and I have an address here, but my permanent residency is still South Africa. I'm still South African citizenship. But anyway, I travel the world. Now, when people always ask, what is your least favorite country in the world? You know what I say? Cape Town, unfortunately. And why I say that is because Cape Town, even to date, as far as I'm concerned, is still operating like during the apartheid. It's very segregated. Like every time I go back to South Africa, when I visit Cape Town, I stay in Sea Point. Okay, it's just because of the nature of my work, I have to live there. I wish I could live somewhere else, but it's the nature of my work. Okay, so I live there. And when I'm walking around in Sea Point, it's just the same as like during the apartheid, except now I can go and park my butt in any restaurant and on any park bench. But otherwise, it's the same. It's the white people still enjoying all the nice things, and it's still the non-white people serving, sweeping the streets, etc. Okay? And then also, as long as you stay in the like former white suburbs, the white areas, it looks beautiful. And all the places where the tourist goes, it's beautiful. But then I go visit my friends in the Cape Flats. I don't know, there's no running going on there. There's running, yes, but you're running away from the Tsotsis and from the parangs and from the guns and, the crime. But the actual DA running, no. Then you go to Guguletu, you go to Khayelitsha. Oh, no. So that's why I'm saying Cape Town, I don't think it's the best run province. It's the best run in certain areas. But then I can say the same about Johannesburg. I can say the same about Durban. I can say the same about any place. Okay, right. So this one says the only problem we have is crime, murder affecting. Yes, the crime rate is very high. But I mean, let's also be honest. We have so many illegal immigrants in South Africa, and so it's a dog eat dogs world going on there. And I can understand the frustration because also the country's not been run properly, so unemployment rate is high, and unemployment rate is also high because of illegal immigration, because we are already so many people, there's already not enough jobs, and then there's still all these illegal immigrants who come in, who can work for less money, who don't, the employer, they don't have to pay any extra medical aid and all the pension funds and all that for them, so of course they're going to hire them. That is why I always tell my South African friends, because a lot of them hire all these illegal immigrants because it's cheaper. I always tell them, you are the problem because you're hiring them. And that's why the crime rate will rise up, because we'll get xenophobia, because, that's crime. And then we will have robbery because people are poor, because there's not enough work, because there's a lot of illegal immigrants. It's a cycle. Okay, that's what I have to say about that. Please feel free to push back. No, I'm not in Malaysia for vacation. Malaysia is like my second home, third home, second home, because I also Phuket, because I'm a world traveler. I travel the world, so I'm always moving. Okay. Kayelicha. Kayelicha is a mess. That's the playground of the Wolves, Cape Town. I don't know what you mean by that. Sorry, I'm not, because I'm from Johannesburg. I only go to Cape Town if I have to work, and I always try to get out of it. And actually, I studied at UCT during the apartheid. I studied at UCT. I was at UCT Ballet School, because I used to be a ballet dancer. In the time when non-whites were not allowed to be ballet dancers, I became one. Okay, let's just put that there. Okay, anyway, and at UCT that time, I had to have a special permit as a non-white to be at UCT. And I also couldn't stay in res. So maybe that also made me a bit biased against Cape Town. And Cape Town was, because I was from Johannesburg. Johannesburg was racist, because Johannesburg, during the apartheid, as long as you had money, the only color they were worried about, that concerned people there, was the color of your money. But Cape Town, it was really black here, colored here, white here. It was very, very segregated, very separate. So and then I was at the UCT in the ballet school, and then I was in Cape Town Ballet Company, the actual company. So after that, once I resigned from the company and I left Cape Town, I only go back because I need to do work there. Otherwise, I would not want to go there. I try to get out of it. Okay. Yeah, but life was like that back in the day. Yes, I know this because of Asian experience. Yes. Okay, chat says that this is the controversial chat is about race and reality. What about our electricity? Yes, because that falls again, the electricity falls under the government being not running the country properly, being corrupt, all the things that every podcaster and his mother and cousin's dogs, friends, second wife's boyfriend talks about. I don't like to really talk about the ANC specific, like everybody else is talking, because like I say, it's everyone's talking about it. I like to talk other things. So yes, the electricity problem, we know it's all the ANC corruption, blah, blah, blah. We all know that. That's what's happening. But I think if that's what you're talking about, but just so you know, during the apartheid, I'm sure all the non-whites on here will know. And I say non-white because non-white means those people who are not white. So don't get your panties in a knot. It's not an offensive term. It's just English words. Non is the prefix, which means not. White is white people who are descendants from Europe. Also, don't hate on me for saying you are descendant from Europe, because that's just what you are. Don't hate on me when I say you are non-white, because if you're not white, then that's just what you are, okay? So let's just put that aside. So yes, a lot of non-white townships did not even have electricity at all. 100% of the time they had zero electricity. So for some people now, even there's load shedding, they are okay with it, because, at least now sometimes they have electricity compared to before. Now they have like maybe 30% electricity per week, whereas before they had 0%. So, okay, that's all I can say about that. Cape Town, the capital of crime. I think so too, although people like to say Johannesburg. No, let me tell you. In Johannesburg, you can still go out at night. You must just know where not to go. Cape Town, I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare. Not even in a, like, at least in Johannesburg, if you, like in a colored township, let's say like in Rivoli, it's safe. Cape Town, I wouldn't dare walk around in a colored township. I wouldn't dare. This is just facts, okay? Fuel and yes, all that, the looting. Yes, the rand, obviously the rand is declining because we have many, many issues. We've got our government issues. We've got white people running around in spreading white genocide, misinformation. We've got, like I already said, corruption. We've got all the white thing. We've got now with the tariffs. We've got immigration issues, which gave rise to what is this thing issue to unemployment issue, plus with all the corruption. Remember, the ANC thing is number one. I don't want to keep going on about that. And then the other issue also, what I find is our people are not educated enough, because education, I tell you, it plays the biggest role in bringing up a country. Education is very important, and our government that does not put any effort in educating people. I mean, just go on to my videos that I've made before, or go on my Twitter or whatever and see. I use the same name everywhere. See just from the comments how uneducated people are. Like example, like I said, you have people who are Afrikaner, you know, the Boere, Afrikaner, who are white. And white means descendant of European. They don't want to acknowledge that. As far as they're concerned, they are just African. You see how it's an uneducated mindset. You are of European descent, so you are European. You are just living in Africa. That's all. It's like me. If I'm living in Malaysia, I have been married here and living here for 34 years. It doesn't make me Malaysian. Well, I mean, it doesn't make me, it makes, I am South African. Okay, I'm of South African descent. Now I'm just PR in Malaysia. Or if I had citizenship, I would just have citizenship. But my origin is South Africa. So anyway, that's one part of the lack in education. The other one is from the black side, when you tell them you are non-white. Oh, how dare you call me non-white? That is so racist. Oh, I'm so offended. Oh, I'm triggered. I need to slit my throat and slit my wrist and my ankle and just do many things. Get my panties in knots. No, all it just means is you're not white. Yeah, I'm black. How dare you call me non-white? Like, hello? If you're black, then you're non-white. That's why I can dare call you non-white. Like, hello? Anyway, let me not get into that. Chill pill. Some breathing techniques, okay? Right, yeah, our declining rand. Joburg already looks like, ooh, no, it doesn't look like another Muslim country. It looks like another African country. If you go to the rest of Africa, okay, some of them, okay, but even in the big cities, it's a mess. Nice buildings, horrible inside, okay? Amen. Our rand was stronger than the dollar in the 80s. Let me tell you, in the 70s, I remember when I went to, it was 1979 when I was it 77? No, 1977 when I went to England and to Britain. The rand was the strongest that time. Okay, but things changed. We are a different country now. We all have to share the money. That time, only the white people were enjoying the fruits of the land. The non-whites, we were also working, because there's also this thing where white people, again, there's the education thing, where white people think, where they say, we built this land. We are responsible for it, this, that. It's because of us. No. Most of South Africa's money came from mining. right? From the diamond and gold mines and agriculture. Yes, the white people were the bassa, they were the bosses, but the laborers were all non-whites. So the country was built together. Together. The accolade has to go to both sides. So of course, when I say this to white people, then of course I get all the hate because, oh, he's well, thank you. Very well. But I don't want to my personal stuff on the internet, if you don't mind. Okay, yeah. So where was that? When the rand was stronger. Yeah, okay, let me go to the next one. Being Muslim is a religious choice. Directed to race, please. Okay, yeah, for some people, being a Muslim encompasses and is everything. Like so certain religions are there like that. It's everything. Okay, but in most cases, yes, Muslim is a religion. Race is something different. That's why you'll have people, you can have white people who are Muslim, you can have black people who are Muslim, you can have Chinese people who are Muslim, you can have Indians who are Muslim, you can have Arabs who are Muslim, all kinds of people who are Muslim, because Muslim is a religion. You have Persians who are Muslim, okay? It's not a racial thing. So, but like the Arabs, they would say it's a racial thing, but that's just them. If you ask Malaysian Muslims, there'll be some who are a little bit, they think Malay and Muslim goes together. Well, also that's the law here, that if you're Malay, you have to be Muslim. But as far as the actual religion goes, as far as the Quran is concerned, anyone can be Muslim. It does not have to be related to your race. When a country makes, like let's say Malaysia, Malays have to be Muslim, then that means it's a political thing. Okay, it's got nothing to do with religion. So don't confuse religion with politics. Very bad to do that. Okay. You are yes, I'm very biased. For sure, I'm biased because you mean I'm biased about Cape Town or I'm biased about Cape Town, definitely. If that's what you mean, yes, I agree. I'm very biased about Cape Town because, like I say, when I go there now, I can see the tourist areas are very well run. All the previous white areas, which are still white areas, predominantly, are still very well run. But once you get out of there, when you start going into the black and the non-white townships, yeah, it becomes it's not well run. So yes, I agree. It's very segregated. Okay, hi. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Because those are real problems, our resources. What do you mean? I can't remember because I'm speaking to so many people. The resources, what, the diamond mines, the agriculture. Yeah, at the moment, like with the tariffs, we're having a problem because Trump has put 30% tax on all our exports, and then also we are not in the AGOA program anymore. But we were not going to be in it anymore anyway, because if you look at it was already always their plan to drop AGOA. It had nothing to do with AfriForum going there or the ANC being bad, or it had nothing, or there's genocide, or there's BEE laws and all. There's nothing about that, because if you look, he would have dropped it anyway. He dropped all kinds of aid to all countries. So it's got nothing to do with that. Look at how he's punishing Lesotho. I mean, Lesotho, such a poor country. Why would he want to punish Lesotho and Vietnam? They orange agent, the Vietnamese people, orange agent is that chemical, that the biochemical that they sprayed on the people during the Vietnam War, and that affected the Vietnamese so badly. Up till today, if you go there, you'll see some people are still deformed and all that, especially the new generation, because it skipped like one generation. After they did that to the people, they can still go and put such high tariffs on them. So that doesn't make sense. So yeah, it's about the AGOA thing was never going to happen. I mean, it was always going to fall away. So someone says you are right. I can't remember about what, because I'm talking so many things. Correct, we grew up like that. I think if you're talking about the electricity and stuff, You are hardly here. Um, yeah, you're right that I'm hardly there, but I am every day. I have to be busy with what's going on there because that's what I do. That's what I do. Okay, so I talk live. I'm in live meetings all the time. I'm involved in everything all the time because now it's like that, that because now in 2025, most, not most, but it's the new way the world is running, the way, even in the future, the way the world is going to run is people are going to be nomads because that's just, if your job is that kind of job, you have to do it. You have to move around. You have no choice. Yeah, you walk around everywhere. Yeah, I can believe that. Yeah, and I'm sure when you walk around, you see a lot of crime. You see whatever you see. Okay, yeah, I don't walk around. I just get phone calls to say, oh, this cousin was killed and your brother got killed and things like that. So yeah, anyway, that's another story. Production is the issue. You mean manufacturing of stuff? If it's like, yes, okay, if you're talking about like, yes, we always export raw material, but Ramaphosa did say, I think a few months back, that South Africa is now going to not export raw material that much. They're going to actually make the product, which I think is good because if we manufacture the product here, we are also creating job opportunity for our people. So that's a good thing. We go at night in color. Yeah, I know, because I watch people's TikTok videos. I can see y'all hollering at 2 o'clock in the morning in the middle of the day. I've seen it. I see it. Don't worry. I know. I know. Okay. Yeah, most Joburg locations are safe. If you must just know how to handle yourself. You have to be street smart. This is the thing. If you're not street smart, I mean, for sure people are gonna pick on you. All the races are racist. Of course. Everywhere in the world, everyone is racist. That's just the human, what do you call it? It's the human condition. It's the humans are like that. We are racist. It's just like that. I mean, it's just we need to know how to keep it in perspective. Aku saya ke Nuan. I don't know what that is. That sounds like Indonesian. Uh, ugly truth. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you are, if you are born in South Africa, no, not necessarily. If you are born in South Africa, but you have to register, because I've got friends who, they're ambassadors from other countries and they were in South Africa and their children got born there, but they registered them like Malaysians. Example, I have Malaysian friends. The children were born there, but they didn't register them as South African. They registered them Malaysian. So although the child was born there, they're not South African. South Africa doesn't have that kind of thing that if you are born there, what do they call it? Birthright. I'm happy. We should not have birthright. I'm even against South Africa just even allowing people with PR to be able, whose children are born there, to be able to get citizenship. That I'm totally against. I'm even against people having more than one citizenship, because I can see from people, I have only one, but I can see from people who have more than one, they don't know where their loyalties are. They don't know where their loyalties lie. They're all over the place. If it's good in South Africa, then they, if it's not good, then they go to the other country. They keep flip-flopping. I think it's a bit different when you are a child of parent from different countries. Like, let's say one parent is South African and the other one is British. That's different. I think that kind of person can have two, because it's just, because it's also difficult to tell children to pick a side. But if you are someone like me, let's say I'm South African born, I'm a citizen, then I, let's say, move to Thailand, and now because I'm in Thailand, now I apply for another, also a Thai citizenship. Now I have two. I think this South Africa shouldn't allow that. But that's just me. I don't say I'm right. I'm just saying that is my opinion, because I feel that people who have more than one citizenship, they don't know where their loyalties lie. Okay, I say I have a lot of messages, but I don't know how to see the messages. I can already see the racist ones are coming up. Just wait, I'm gonna get there. Then this one says, Where was I? Wait, oh, there's so many messages. Okay, I'm gonna go slowly, so that I have a lot of things to talk about. This one says, okay, racist things are starting already. Oh no, it's just a joke. There is no such, if I'm black, I'm black. Yeah, like if you're white, you're white. I mean, that's just what you are. If you're Chinese, you're Chinese, right? I mean, if you're Indian, you're Indian. What? That's just what you are. I think your ideologies are fallacious. Why? Please elaborate. Wait, do I even know what that means? Just elaborate. Non-black, yeah, non-black is people who are not black. What's wrong with that? I don't understand why that there's something like you're not black. If someone says, hey, like me, people say, hey, are you white? I'll say, no, I'm not. I'm non-white because I'm not white. Why would I say I'm white? Doesn't make sense. Then say, yeah, same as whites, they are non-blacks, right? Of course, I already said that. Who is the stronger? I don't know. Hello, non-black lady. Hi. Okay, they say here, there's comments that are flagged by our community, which means they are very rude. I'll unflag them later, okay? Because let me go through here. AI says this is Race Talk Unplugged. So this guy says people need to be used to belong to a country, and they was employed race all the time. Yeah, unfortunately, when you live in a multiracial society, and Malaysians who are on here can attest to this. When you live in a multiracial society, race is always going to come up because that's just how it is, because we do things differently. Like when coloreds have a party, I always make this joke. I will say, the party will start, everyone will be happy, then everybody will get drunk, then things will get thrown around, then there'll be fights, then women will be tearing each other's hair and wigs off, and breasts will be coming out, and then it's a good party when the police shows up, because that means it was like, party was rocking, that it was so rocking that the police had to show up. And then if the party is really, really epic when when the police shows up, okay, then it's epic when the Bible comes out, because after all the fighting and the swearing at each other and insulting each other and taking out each other's files, files that we don't want to be to confront, get taken out. And then when the Bible comes out, because then that is when we all like, oh, but the Bible says blah blah blah, and then you all have been to colored parties, you know how it is. And then, oh, you must forgive each other because Timothy blah blah said this, and then it's epic. That's colored party. Now you go to a white party, that's not going to happen. You go to a black party, other things are going to happen. So that's why race, or you go to a Malay party, a Chinese party, whatever country you're in, because that's just how race works. We are not the same. We all do things differently. What about work? Yeah, we need work. I'm with you on that one. The unemployment rate is shocking. And then here in Malaysia, there is no unemployment. There is not enough workers. There is more work than workers. So they have to bring in people from overseas to come and work. Okay, then this one says, thank you for that together. Okay, I don't know what that is, but eugenics. Yeah, I understand eugenics, but what has eugenics got to do with what I'm talking about? Maybe you elaborate. Brainwashing. No, eugenics is not the brainwashing of eugenics. Okay, yeah, I get what you mean. Okay. This country is a victim of eugenics developed in Germany by psychiatrists. Oh, I don't know about that. Possibly. Bye. Okay, bye-bye. Export. Okay, so the eugenics was exported here. Then yes, you are right. Okay, yeah. You spot on. Established religion is from the pharaohs, pharaonic in the Quran. Yes. Yes, from the pharaoh. That's right. That's right. Same with Christianity. It's man-made. What's his name? I can't remember. Okay. Yeah, just like some part of South Chicago. Yeah, it's not safe probably. Then this person said to Enrique, hi, everyone is a little racist. Yeah, that's true. I see you don't understand what we are a victim of. It's okay, I get it. Who are we? I don't know who we are because I don't know who you are. I've never seen you before. You can see me fully. I can't see you. I don't know who you are. So I don't know who you are, what victim. I don't know. Please. Agent Orange, yes, that was bad. I went to Vietnam. Yes, it was. I know. Oh, already that, when you go up levels, right? I tell you, by the second level, I was already like, I cannot. And I've been, okay, let me tell you, I've been to, because this is what I do when I travel, okay? I've been to the War Museum in Vietnam. I've been to Auschwitz, Dachau. I've been to, the only one I've not been to is the one in Cambodia, okay? But I've been to the Yad Vashem in Israel. I've been to, where the other, well, the Apartheid Museum in South Africa. I've been to Srebrenica in Bosnia, the genocide there. I've been to the Rwandan War Museum. Only the killing fields, the one in Cambodia, I've not been to. And I was in Cambodia like in December. I just didn't go because it's nearby. I'll go because I'll get a job. I'll go again. But yeah, and that one Vietnam, that one takes the cake, the baker, and the biscuit lorry in bad. And also because I go to Vietnam often and I've seen over the generations how, like when I first went, I didn't see so much deformity I saw in the old people, the ones that actually lived through the Vietnam War. And Vietnamese people, when I went there the first time, and that time I was like in my late 40s and I was old because all the people my age they died during the Vietnam War, or they were like, they had to be indoors because of the effects of the war. So it's a very young nation. So like even I was in my 40s, I was like quite old because everybody's very, very young. But anyway, yeah. So when I was there, I only saw old people that you could see that were affected by the war. And then it skipped that generation. But now, the past 10 years, you can see coming out in the new generation. They'll have some deformity, okay? I was telling my husband that I lost faith in humanity because of what's going on. Tell me about it. Do yourself a favor and look up eugenics. I know it, actually I do talks on eugenics. If you want to go watch my videos on YouTube, there's a lot of that. It's just, I don't want to talk about it here because I'm busy with, yes, Vervoer brought it here, of course. He brought it here and propagated it. And the Afrikaners perfected it. Agree, self-sufficient rather than relying on other countries. What is this about? Is this about the AGOA? That it's been stopped? Yeah. I'm all for that. I don't see why we have to rely, especially on the USA. The worst country to rely on. Honestly, it's the worst. Because the US will always do this. They'll have you under their thumb. Like that. Cannot trust them. Same way Lenin brought it to Russia. I don't know about that. Or Hitler, yeah, okay, I don't want to talk about that. I'm sorry, I don't want to get into that. The best is to realize we have only each other and knock off this misdirected hate. True. When are you a racist? Why aren't you going back to Europe as you so claim to be European? I don't know who he's talking to because of anybody who's here, have I ever said I'm European? Anybody here? Just let me know if I said I'm European and that I have to go back to Europe. Yeah, you see what I call about the hatefulness because they don't like what I'm saying. Take note, it's happening in real time. I am not lying, okay? Then this one, what is the principle of birthright citizenship in South Africa and how does it apply to children? Somebody else has to help with that because I've not really looked into that. But I think if I know I don't know about other things, but I know definitely if you have PR and your child is born there, that child can get birthright citizenship. I don't know about whether if you are not PR and all that, but definitely if you PR, that I know. Maybe someone, please Google because I'm on my phone. I don't have my laptop to Google. Okay, this one says we must play outside, socialize with each other, dancing. Exactly. Okay, AI says work chat unplugged. What are you then? That's not important to this conversation because you first started, you came in here, this Tony person that I said, please look out for racist number one, hatefulness. You came in here with assumptions and immediately was rude, like telling me I have to go back to Europe. You see, people, please note, this is what I'm talking about. For those of you who are still here, please note. Then this guy, yes, in Malaysia, whether in urban and suburbs, race card always being thrown around. Yes, because like I said, you know, when you're in a multiracial society, this is going to happen. And the thing is, it's not that we will never be able to eradicate it. We must learn how to work with it. That's the thing. We must just know how to deal with it because it's not going to go away. I know because I'm in Malaysia, even right now, I can see it even gets thrown at me, even more so at me because I'm a foreigner. But it's how you deal with it. You must know how to deal with it, okay? Whites must be classified as pinky, not white. Can you see race? There's the racist comments. Can you all see people from other countries? That's how it starts. You see, black people are also racist. It's not just a white thing. And then this one, you bored. Yeah, I don't know who's bored. I'm not bored. Okay, eugenics. Yeah, I think these people must read up on it. Jesus is king. That's irrelevant to the conversation. Okay, let me just warn anybody. I'm going to say it once to this Thera the hero. If you do not speak in English, just hold on. I need to see my cat. I'm going to have to mute you. Okay, because I need to keep the conversation in English. South Africans, we are South Africa. Yes, we are. Oh, it's the same people from the last time. Okay. Okay, coloreds and Indians need to understand that they're not white. They know that. They know that. I'm colored, I know that. All my friends are colored, they know that. Indians, okay, no, let me explain. Sorry, let me explain. Indians, there's the anthropological races. Now, there's 5 anthropological races. Now, I know for some of you, this is going to go over your head. But anyway, there's Capoid, Caucasoid, Negroid, Mongoloid, and what? Australoid, something like that. Capoid is like the koi and the sun. Okay, this is anthropological race. That means when anthropologists, when they dig people out of the ground, they look at your skull, at your facial features, and from there they can determine your race. But your anthropological race, and there's only 5. So Capoid people would be koi and sun people. Caucasoids. Now, Caucasoids are normally those people with very sharp features, with a high cheekbones, with a certain type of skull, and then the bone density. Okay? And that's Caucasoid will be white people and also Indian people. So maybe that's why Indian people think they are white. But you see, the anthropological races is for anthropology. The other race, like white, black, that is racial classification on a social level. So it's 2 different things. But I understand what you mean. I know why some Indians would say they are Caucasian because they are Caucasoid, okay, anthropologically. Then you also have Negroid. Now, it's not a bad word. It's an anthropological race. Negroid will be all your black races. Okay, and this is determined again by the skull, not the skin color, by your skull, by your features of your bone, especially the cheeks and the nose, the jaw, and the way the teeth sit in the mouth, and then the bone density. Okay, and then you have Mongoloids. Mongoloids would be like your Southeast Asian people and Asian people, like your Malays and your Chinese and your what do you call these people? Your people from Mongolia, Tajikistan, all those kind of people. Okay, again, it's the bone structure, the skull. It's just this part of the body. Okay, And then you have the last one is the astroloids. These australoids, these are the ones from Oceania, near New Zealand, Australia, those kind of people like the Maoris and the Aborigines from there. Okay. Anyway, that's that lesson. Coloreds are carpoid, so they were the core and the sun. But coloreds are a bit. Some people will be a bit like maybe you look one thing and then when you die, and then if the anthropologists like exhume you and look at your skull, then maybe you're something else, because that's just how it is. Okay. Because sometimes what our society, the societal race classification is not the same as the anthropological race classification. I hope this is not too much information, but anyway, we were a first world country before. Do you agree? Yes, the white people were a first world country, and all of us non-whites, we were a third world country. So it depends which, it's your perspective in the world, because in the world we were first world because only the whites were presenting their lifestyle, their money, all that stuff. The rest of us, we were third world because this was not shown to the world. So that's the difference. I can't go to the killing field in Cambodia. It's too much. Yeah, I better not go. I just watched the movie and I was like, oh, no, 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 no. That's why when I went to Srebrenica, and when I was in Bosnia, I stayed with families because, Bosnia thing happened in 1995. I went to Bosnia in 2014. So those people were still, even now they're still alive. And the stories that they told me. I stayed in Airbnb with this family. I don't even want to tell you the story because I think you'll have nightmares. Okay, right. South Africa was a world power before. Yes, it was. We had the best navy on the planet. Yes, we did. South Africa in the past could have united Africa and toppled the world. No, they would not have, because the blacks would never have. The other African nations would. Another thing that white people want to hate on me is when I say this. Africans do not want to be ruled by white people. If, let's say, South Africa, I bet you, if if it push came to shove and the people had to choose between Julius Malema and John Steenhuisen, I'm telling you, people will choose Julius Malema. That's just how it's going to be. You may hate me for saying that, but that is just how it is. So no, South Africa, even in its heyday, oh, I hope I have enough. Wait, something's happening to my... Okay, I need to do this first.
NBMAD.
Okay, I had to do this. I'm doing this because it says I am inactive.
PLHAV.
I just have to verify because it says my live is inactive. I don't know why. Okay. Right. So, no, so white South Africa could never have united Africa. Please, anybody, what do you think about that? Someone says, what are you talking about? A lot of things. Hope you took the injection. Yeah, you see, again, now look, these are white people. Remember I was talking about hateful and racist. Just please, if you don't believe me, look there, this Ruby person, this John Steiner person, lost hope in humanity. Not really, I haven't lost hope in humanity. Okay, let me see who else is there. Okay, race talks unplugged. Besides that, when people see you have a white skin, they say you must go back to Europe. Yeah, I know that it's because it's racist. People are just, because people are like that. Everyone is visual. We look at somebody and we just assume things about them. So that's, I don't even get angry because I can also see in the mirror. I know what I look like. Okay, you have absolutely no idea of global politics. Get back in your cage and grow. I don't know what this person is talking about, that I know nothing about global politics. You shame. I feel sorry for you. You have issues. Yeah, you have issues, a lot of issues. And this one always says I look like Helen Ziller. Yeah, maybe it's just she's older than me, but then maybe because I look very old. I'm okay. I can look like whoever I want. It's you again about black and white. Yes, it's me again. For sure, it's me again. Okay, so that seems to be all the things I have to answer. No one else is talking. A new person just joined. I might stay on just for another 15 minutes. Jason joined. We've spoke a lot of things. Okay, thanks, Charles. Charles says I give facts and reality. Thank you. We spoke about a few things here. A lot of, if you want, I don't know if you can see the live chat because I can. If you want to look, I already answered most of it. Okay, so here they say filter comments similar to those flagged by. No, I'm leaving it. I don't. The TikTok community. What you think is offensive, I don't find offensive. So I'm not going to do that. Sorry, TikTok. I'm so sorry, TikTok. Then this one here says, issues were your husband famous last words before he left you. Yeah, well, unfortunately for you, my husband hasn't left me. He's still around. So I don't know what you are on about. Yeah, for those who just joined, this is just a conversation about the kind of hateful, racist comments that I'm getting on on social media because of some of my content, because some of the content I make about South Africa is things like is things like where the different races in South Africa, where they originate from. And at the moment, because I just started it, I'm focusing on the white race and the black race. Okay, like where white people originated from. Yes, debate is good, but it won't change anything. No, it won't. I can see just from the comments. And the reason it won't change is because people don't want to learn. They just want to, as long as they believe what they want to believe, they don't want to, like, because I find, well, for me, I feel when I have facts, then it's easier for me to, like, work around issues that irritate me or that I find is causing a problem for me. Okay, so for the new people, yeah, I'm talking about how people hate on me for things that I say about South Africa. And at the moment, the things that I've been saying is that, like, I've been telling white people, I've been saying where they originate from, and then I've been telling black people where they originate from. So the white people are angry with me because I said they are white and they are descendants of Europe. So they're very upset. Hello, hi, thank you. And then the black people are upset because I said, black people, you are non-white and you are descendants of Africa. Hi, hello. Hi, everybody that's new. So this is I'm getting hate from the white people because I said that, okay? And I'm getting hate from the black people because I said that. So for whites, I said Afrikaners, because Afrikaners is this one group, because it's the people doing the hating is Afrikaners, not all white people, not the English-speaking ones. It will be the Afrikaners. And on the other side, it will be the black people. Not coloreds and the black people. Sorry, I know some of you are not going to like that, but I'm just talking why people hate me. They hate me, the Afrikaners hate me because I said Afrikaners are white and they are of European descent. So they don't like that. They hate me for saying that. I'm racist, blah, 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 because I say that's what they are. Blacks hate me because I say black people are non-white and they are descendants of Africa. They also hate that I say that. But that is just the facts, isn't it? What do you all say? Do you all think that's not factual? Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, it doesn't help them by being upset that they come from Europe. Yeah, that's where they come from. It's like if you had to tell a Chinese, you are non-white, because they're not white, right? And you come from China. Well, you are of Chinese descent, because maybe they don't come from China, but they are of Chinese descent. I'm sure they won't get upset because they know that. And if they do get upset, then, they always say Chinese have high IQ, but then in this case, you are the one Chinese who you really don't have a high IQ, okay? Then the whole of South Africa are now all about land grabs, black and white will always have issues. Yes, of course. Because this should have been settled in 1994. But they've been dragging it out for so long because they've been too busy being corrupt. Now it's a good thing it's happening because now they are going to have to face it. They have to put an end to it once and for all. If any of you follow Dr. Reverend Alan Busak, you have to follow him. He's got this, there's some interviews of him on YouTube where he was interviewed by few people. Please listen to what he has to say. His speech that he made at Advocate Sikakane's book launch, you will get goosebumps. That is a true South African. If we want that, when I hear him speak, that is the South Africa that I envisioned even when I was a young girl fighting the apartheid. Because he was already active that time and he was the one that gave us the spirit to fight. Please do yourself a favor and go listen to his speeches. Okay, right, let me continue. Facts are facts. There's no sugar. Exactly, but some people, they don't like facts. They're allergic to it, like someone said earlier. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with my statement. Of course not. Because, again, maybe because you are educated. That's why, right? Because Afrikaners are white, right? And they are of European descent. That's just what it means. And when you're non-white, it means you are not of European descent. So I don't know why blacks get upset when I say they are non-white. Because when I say you are non-white, it means I'm saying, black people, you are not of European descent. They should be, yeah, that's right. We are not of European descent. We are Africans. We are of African descent. No. I'm being racist and blah, 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 blah. And then they have to talk about how my age and my eyes and what I look like. And because I'm telling the truth. Okay. What I understand, they're making noise. Yeah, empty vessels make the most noise. They make noise for nothing. Okay, so I'm going to stay on for another 5 minutes because I just wanted to get this out there so that, so please, people here, please do me a favor. Oh, new people join. I can't go off. Go to my videos on TikTok. They're very short videos. And then go into the comments. And wherever you can see people are either misinterpreting what I say or not understanding what I'm saying, can you please, for you who understand it, can you set them right? Because I also feel like I'm like a one-man crusade here. When I know there are many people who are on the same what is the word? What is mindset as I am? Because at the moment there are too many on the side of like the Afrikaners with this mindset, that they are not European and that there's white genocide going on, happening, and that the past injustices should not be redressed, example, things like that. And then on the black side, there is this thing that, but I think it's mainly because a lot of the blacks that are commenting are not South Africans. They're Africans from other countries because they don't seem to understand what is non-white. They have offense against, you say that, for them, we are all Africans. We're all the same. Whereas we know South Africa is South Africans. Botswana, people from Botswana. Zimbabweans are Zimbabweans. No, you do not belong in South Africa. You belong, Zimbabweans, you have to go to Zimbabwe. Ethiopians, you go to Ethiopia. This kind of thing. So you guys who are on the same page as me, please go on those videos of mine and help me to set the record straight, okay? Then Charles says, I'm black and I'm proud. Please don't hate the truth. Yes, that's right. You black. That's what you are. You're not white, right? You're non-white. That's what you are. What's wrong with that? But to others, you cannot tell them that they're not white. They don't like it. Okay, please explain why you call a group of people non-white. Oh, I just said it, didn't I? Someone, please, did I not say already that? Not a group of people. Every single person in the world, and you are, I've spoken to you many times, this Tam Swaswana. Every single person in the world who is not white is non-white. Can somebody please explain this? Because I don't know why people cannot understand that. Every person in the world, you can, if you go to Japan now, every person there who is not white is a non-white. Okay? I know Julius Malema's song. During the apartheid struggle, I used to sing that song. That was one of our freedom songs. I know that song. Okay, I'll give another 30 minutes more. Okay, are you enjoying it, Penging? You're enjoying it, isn't it? So this one says, Sanel says, they are used to privilege due to being white. They are afraid of change and equality economically. So yeah, I understand that. Yeah, the thing is, it's not I think it's not even that they're afraid. It's that they are so used to being, whatever we say goes. We are the superior race. Because they have been brainwashed to think this way. They've been indoctrinated for generations. So that's why when you talk to them, that's why I say you must see the hate they give me. When you talk to them, they don't understand because they've been brainwashed to think that their way is right. Only their way is right. Because they are the privileged race. They are the superior race. That's why, what can you do? It's been ingrained in them. The apartheid has put that in them, that they are superior. So it's very hard for them to come out of it. In a way, I also feel sorry for them. And that's why I feel sorry for the new generation. Because now they have to suffer also because of the former generation. And that is why I say, but don't worry, it's not going to be long. Because look, I'm 60, okay? I'm Gen X. So our Gen X generation, we're going to die soon. Once we dead, there's not going to be no one that actually lived the apartheid. So then things hopefully will be better for the new generation. Okay, but in the meanwhile, we need to work towards getting the country where it should be. Okay, AI says South Africa truth bomb. This one says you just don't want to stop it now. I don't know who this person is. Yeah, again, you see, like, remember I was talking about uneducated, about how people try to hate on me or they try to troll, like to make light of what I'm saying because I think they get paid. You see, they all have this numbers like 1912. So here's this one, Bongs Jazz. Look at this one. Just follow this one. You'll see. This one just said, I don't know what that one said. Why are they being called not non-white, N-O-N, not none. None is not, it's a wrong word, the wrong English. Why are they being called non-white? Why not call whites non-black? Yes, you can call anybody non-black. Anybody who is not black is non-black. Anybody who is not white is non-white. Can someone please explain this in some other language? Because I don't think this person understands. Okay, I see no need to explain that for him. He's an adult, he must learn. Exactly, but also I made a video where I showed them how you can just search on Google. Oh, another issue. Brainless people running the country. Exactly. Brainless people running the country and brainless people voting. Because look at all the brainless people talking here. How many times did I have to explain what is non-white? Okay, that's why it's not hopeful. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna go another 20 minutes because that guy said 30 minutes. Okay, yeah, so when there's a lot of brainless people, it's very difficult, and the government can get away with the things they do because there are too many, and that's why they made the education system so bad. Because you see, when there's a lot of stupid people running around, they cannot think for themselves like some of us are, and then they don't resist. That's the idea. So we have to help to get everybody to understand, like to educate people. We are all now on the internet. We are in chat groups. When someone is talking the truth, you must back them up. When someone is talking rubbish, you must tell them they're speaking rubbish. Don't keep quiet. Because what happens is these people who talk rubbish, they come as a gang. And then they try to break you down. Like I've seen that. They try to to just talk about how old I am and how ugly I am and all this stuff, because they think I'm going to run away. Because there's no one saying, hey, that's off topic. Stop insulting and deal with the actual topic that she's talking about. Talk about the facts. If you have an issue with the facts, dispute it. Say why. Don't just make stupid. Nobody does that. So that's why they get away with it. And this is what our government wants. They want us to stay stupid so that they can continue running and raping the country. We have to stick together. And it starts from education. That's why I do these videos, because I'm trying to educate people. Okay, who was in South Africa first after Khoisan? In this conversation, I don't care. Google it. Okay? Because this is not about that. This one here. Hi, when I check, it's black, not non-white, just black. You see? You see? Okay, listen very carefully. Non-white means you are not a white person. So is a black person a white person? Or are they a non-white person? You see what I mean? Can you see? First of all, look at the language. Hi, when I check, you see? Because trying to like scare me. And then after that, just rubbish, just uneducated, spewing uneducated nonsense. So this we have to put an end to this, because who do you think he's going to vote for? People, you have to wake up. Please don't disrespect our leaders. Yeah, also, I know this person is actually talking to that person, but let's just talk, even our leaders, like for me, I don't disrespect Ramaphosa or Malema or Steenhuisen or Cronje, Mulder, any of those people, because what is my favorite one? What's his name? I like that one. Is he from FF Plus? I like the way he talks. Oh, he's too funny. Okay. Anyway, I don't find it's not worth it to disrespect our leaders talking about, Cyril Ramaphosa. The worst thing I would say about Cyril is he's useless. He's a mucho. But that's about it. I don't have to go on and on and on and on and on about being disrespectful, because there's also many good things he does. I disagree with a lot of things he does, but I also agree with a lot of things he does. So, yeah, I think disrespecting leaders, yeah, we need to put some brakes on there, because every leader has something to offer. Each one of them. Like sometimes I don't agree with their policies. Like, what is this one? Oh man, what's his name? He's my favorite. I don't agree with his foreign policy and a lot of his party's policies. It's a real verkrampte boer party. But I like him. I like the way he delivers. I like the way he says things. I like the way that he's very patriotic towards South Africa. Things like that, Yeah, so there's no need to respect him. I don't agree with his stuff, but I don't disrespect him. The ignorance in some of our people, yeah, very, very, very. But they non-white see themselves as close to white and better than blacks. No, you're not even making sense. I don't know what you're saying. Someone needs to please explain to me what that person is trying to say. I really don't understand. So this one says, this one is they're talking to each other. This one says they're black. Who's black? So this one is asking, are you selling Oxford dictionaries? You see, like this person, you see the kind of how these are trolls. You see how they talk. Because they do this because they want to undermine what I'm saying. Because they know that what I'm saying makes sense and it's important. But they don't want me to make this important message or to talk this important points. Because they don't want people to be educated. Because like I said, when people are uneducated, they will vote for stupid things. Like a t-shirt and a Coke, example. So, I do not sell Oxford dictionaries. I don't have to, because, Mr. Kevin, the Oxford Dictionary is online and it's free. So if you have Wi-Fi, if you can come and sit and chat here on my live stream talking nonsense, you can go online and get an Oxford Dictionary, okay? You see, you learned something from me. You learned that Oxford Dictionary is free online. Can you see? I'm clever, right? I taught you something. You didn't think you were going to come here to learn something, but look, I taught you something. You can't respect people stealing money in government. Yeah, you can't, but you also don't have to be disrespectful. Disrespectful means like being rude, calling them rude names. No, that's just being disrespectful, but you don't have to respect them. Okay? But again, it's up to you. If you want to be disrespectful, go ahead. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, it's your sin. You're going to have to face your sins, not me. But I've done my part. I've told you what you must not do. God, I told him, remember I said don't be disrespectful. I did say, please, one good mark for me. Thank you. I did say, but if he's going to follow, it's not up to me, right? Yeah. He says it's not up to me. You can do whatever you want. Yes, Neil de Beer. That's the dude. Oh, that dude, I tell you. But to be honest with you, like during the apartheid time when, what's his name? Eugene de Blanche. I enjoyed that guy, the AWB guy. He brought some comedy to politics. The minute he's on TV, I'm there. Because he was funny, but also very charismatic. And I always used to say, if we could have a leader like him, except he must be speaking the things that I like, or the things that most of us want for South Africa. But with that kind of charisma, that patriotism, that zeal, that passion, that's the kind of guy that I would have voted for, except because he was on far right. But if he was like, let's say he was in the ANC and spoke all the ANC's policies, the ANC that time, okay, not this rubbish we have now, I'm talking about the ANC, the Nelson Mandela ANC. Like if that Eugene Trebanch, let's assume he was in the ANC and he had that say, he was speaking all the ANC policies, but with that same, just being Eugene, speaking with that fervor, with that passion, with that drive, with that patriotism, and still bring comedy to yeah, I like that. No, it's not Peter Groenewald, it's Neil de Beer. Loving Neil de Beer. You all should watch his interviews. He's often on business. Oh my! But if you don't speak Afrikaans, it's a bit difficult because he switches back and forth. Oh, he's very funny. Okay, then sorry, this has nothing to do with threads. We just few of the blacks who stand up. Yeah, well, you're not standing up. You just irritating because you're not speaking from an educated viewpoint. Sorry to say, but you need to speak from an educated viewpoint, because actually when I look here in this live chat, there's a lot of educated people here. It's not like in the comments where you can just nya, 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 and then a lot of you nya, nya, nya. No, here you can see there's people who are educated on here and who are here with the right intent. Their intent is to have a proper, decent, educated conversation, not like you. So this one says, that's true. We must show respect even we don't agree, as the Bible says we must, and pay our tax. Yeah, but I mean, again, it's individual, okay? Like I say, like you and I, we can just maybe tell people, be respectful, at least don't swear at people, at the leaders. If you want to tell them off properly, or use words like you can say he's a dom cop, or he's like a muhu is not a swear word, or he's useless, because that's just adjective. But when some people can be very, really, very disgusting. But again, like I said, I can only tell you, because God said I must, tell you. And then I've told you. What you do is up to you. You can talk how you want. It doesn't matter. Okay, black talk unplugged. That's what AI says. So this one, we blacks, we are not called non-white. It's Indians, coloreds, Chinese, etc. who are called, oh, please get a life. Everyone who is not white is a non-white. I don't know how many times I have to say that. If you are Native American, an Apache, Mohican, Arapahoan, what are the other tribes? What's that with the C? Cherokee. If you any of those tribes, if you're Inuit from Greenland, if you from Machu Picchu, what are the Mayans, you are non-white. Okay? Okay, you understand? Non-white. That means you are not white. Unless you are white. Maybe you're white. I don't know. Okay, this one. Okay, this one is just talking to someone else. They're not talking to me, this one. Things were funny while people were dying. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Please tell me. Hitler was the same, could speak to the man. Yes, exactly. Exactly. He had charisma. And you see, the biggest thing, if you take note of all these kind of people, like let's say like Hitler, like not saying the Blanche is like Hitler, okay? Definitely not. Hitler is on another level, but I'm just saying like people who are, like let's say Hitler, even Julius Malema, the Blanche. When you hear these people speak, when they speak, it's because they have passion and they believe in what they are saying. It's not like when you hear Cyril talk. We all know he's talking one thing, but we know. I mean, it's so insincere. When Julia says something, it doesn't matter how wrong it is, how against it is, what he says. It doesn't matter, but you can see he believes in what he says. He's passionate about it. You know what I mean? Hitler was the same. I totally disagree with a lot of things he said. Okay, when it comes to medical stuff, I mean, he said that one day most people are not going to eat meat; they're going to become vegetarian. So yeah, Hitler said it, but yes, it's the truth, right? A lot of people are vegetarians now. But what I'm saying is, the things he said, even if you don't agree with it, it's the way he said it that makes you think that is a leader, because a leader is supposed to be so passionate that he can sway the masses. So this person is right. You're right. Did you even vote for Mandela? What do you think? What stupid question is that? Okay. Someone said you are right. Yes, thank you. I'm looking at the time. 10 more minutes. Afrikaners mean non-African. Afrikaner as in the white people. Yes, you see, Afrikaner is a culture. And this one is, okay, this is a bit difficult because I also understand what the Afrikaners are trying to say. I do understand that. I must give them that. It's true that the culture they follow was created in Africa because they were in South Africa when they created the Afrikaner culture. So in a way, it is African. But the Afrikaner people themselves, the person, they are not African. Their culture is, but they are not African. They are of European descent. Okay? I hope people don't misinterpret what I said, because a lot of you, again, I understand English is not your first language, so it's a bit difficult. Everyone who is not black is non-black. Yes. Yes. Not the other way. No, it's the same. Everyone who is not black is non-black. Everyone who is not white is non-white. Just, I don't know how you can, let me just scroll up because, let me take a chill pill. Okay, I'm calm. Okay, Cyril is thinking about the money in his couch. Yes, in his couch. That's why he doesn't talk. Exactly. Exactly. He doesn't speak with passion. He's not speaking from the heart. Okay, that's a stupid question. Stolen identity. I don't know what that means. We are on defense mode. I don't know what that means. They come from yes, they come from the Netherlands in Europe. Okay. 8 more minutes. Nope, you are not Africans. In apartheid, you said you are Europeans. Now you are not Europeans. Okay, I don't know who's you, but this person's trying to say that Afrikaners are not African. Yes, he's right. The Afrikaners used to say they are not Africans during the apartheid. They used to say, we are Europeans. Now suddenly, because they want to run to the US, now they want to say we are African. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's why I say it. And that's why they get angry with me. Because even I will tell them this, then they get angry, they get racist. Like some of the people here, they will say all these things, irrelevant things. Yeah, that's true. After 300 years, that is watered down. We, the whites, are South African. After 300 years, that is watered down. We, the whites, are South African. Yes, you can be white and you can be South African because white is your race. South African is your nationality. But because you are white, your race is white, it means you are a descendant of Europe. You are not a descendant of Africa. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying whether you have the right to be here, not to be here. I'm just saying, what does white mean? What does African mean? What does non-African mean? What does non-white mean? That's all I'm saying. That's all. I'm not saying who's right. I'm just saying this is what African means. This is what Afrikaner means. This is what the white race means. This is what non-white means. This is what blah, blah. Okay? I don't know what that person is saying. Oh, of course, black people can be racist. Please, any person can be racist. Why are non-blacks, so non-blacks would mean white people, see themselves as close to whites? Because if you are non-black and you are white, then you are white. If you are non-black, you could be colored. Yes, some coloreds see themselves as white because, fun fact, coloreds are mixed. So they can be whatever they want to be. Because why should they deny their heritage? Why should they deny their ancestry? Why should they deny any part of who they are? They should embrace every part of who they are if they want to. They can also just embrace one part of what they want if they want to. And it's up to them, because that's the beauty of being a colored or being of mixed race. You can choose what you want. You see, like in the US, you look at Barack Obama, he decided he wants to be black. But we know he's half black, half white. He could easily have decided to be white. Like Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle was always white. And then suddenly she married Prince Harry, and because she wants to show how woke she is, now suddenly she wants to be black. You see, because it doesn't matter. She can do that because she's both black and white. If you know the Tate brothers, Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, they are half black, half white. Most of the time, people just think they're white because that's just how they relate more with white. You don't see them hanging around with a lot of black people. They're always just with white people because maybe they feel more comfortable there. But if tomorrow they decided, no, we want to be black like our father, we're only going to hang out with Shaquille O'Neal and Dave Chappelle and all those kind of people, then they can do that because they are half. They can do what they want. Who are you to stop them? Okay, political comedy hour, laugh and learn. That's right. That's what the AI said. There's no such a thing as a white African. Yes and no. So do I get into that? My time is almost up by 5 minutes. Okay, let me not get into that because I maybe make a different video about that because that's gonna take more than 5 minutes. White is a color. No, white is a race, not a color. You have it back to front. This person says white is a color, not a race. No, white is a race, not a color. Okay, the race is white, and the white, if you go to Oxford Dictionary, white race is people who are predominantly of European descent. That's what it means, and that's why we write it with a capital W, because it's a race. So this person says, meaning we are not European anymore, we are South. If you are of European descent, you will always be European. You cannot take that out of you. It's like, it doesn't matter for how many years a black person from Nigeria, a Nigerian goes and lives in China. He will always be of African descent. That cannot change. It's white privilege. We can choose whether we want to be African or European. No, you can't choose to be African if you are white. You are just European. You can choose to live in South Africa and be naturalized as a South African. Or you can have it because you were born in South. You can have citizenship because you are South African. But you are not African. You will always be a white, which means you are European. Yeah, this is racist. I want to marry a white girl and she will regret why she was born. Yeah, because you are racist. You see, even black people can be racist. What is this? But you don't identify as... Oh, he's talking to that person. This conversation is based on a South African mentality. Exactly. Yes, this is in South African context, but when it comes to white is predominantly Europe. White is a descendant of Europe. That is not South African mentality. That is just a universal fact. Black is a descendant of Africa. That is just a fact. Non-white is any person in the world who is not a white. That is universal. It's not just South African. Okay. 3 more minutes. Do you even understand the definition of the word racism? Yeah, I do. You can't choose your race. Yeah, normally your government will do that because like let's say, like, I look at some people in Malaysia, because I'm in Malaysia. I'm going to use this example. They are Chinese. There's like this Chinese girl I know. She is Chinese, mother, father, both Chinese. Then as a baby, the parents abandoned her, right? Or they died or something. She got adopted by a Malay family. But because she got adopted by a Malay family, the government registered her as her race as Malay, but her race is Chinese. You see, so governments choose your race, but you yourself should know your race. This is also why I make this kind of videos, because it doesn't matter what the government say you are. Look at us during the apartheid. The government told us we are second and third class citizens. We are inferior. That's how they classed us. They classed us like that, but that doesn't mean that I thought I was a second or third class person and that I was inferior. No, I never thought that. Never. Ever. You see, so that's why you must know who you are. And stop writing in caps, okay? Use small letters. Then they must stop calling themselves as First Nation. Obama's father is black. He is black. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care about Obama. I was just using an example. Obama's father is black. In the US, he would be black. Okay? Because that is how it is in the US. If he was in Kenya, he would probably also, I don't know what they would say in Kenya. Maybe they would call him mixed. I don't know. I don't know the Kenyan law. In the US, they would say he is black. Okay? If he was in some countries, whatever, they would say he's black. But him as a person, he knows he is not black. He knows he is of mixed race. He is half white, half black. That's why I say you must know who you are. Doesn't matter what, especially colored people, we must know who we are, because it doesn't matter what other people tell you. I get told every day. People will tell me I'm a Busman, then others will tell me I'm white, then others will tell me I'm black. Others will tell me I'm Asian because I look Chinese, and then I look Malay, and then others I look Indian. I'm actually also Indian. That's what I was in Mexico. People thought I was white. Then I go to Russia, and people thought I was Brazilian. Then I've been everything. I was in Turkey. People thought I was Venezuelan. It doesn't matter. They can say whatever they want. Oh, but you look Filipino, but you look Mexican, and then they'll be fighting with each other. Oh, but she looks Mexican. I'm saying she's, and then the other, no, she's Filipino, and then they'll be having a fight over what I am. And then I'll go away because I'm not in the fight. And then I'll hear, this will be friends of mine, I'll hear that they're not speaking to each other because they were fighting over what I am. You see? That's how stupid it is. But I know what I am. I don't need people to tell me what I am. I just listen. If they say, some people even say I'm a man. Oh, are you lady boy? Yeah. Okay, that's what you think. I'll say, no, I'm not. And they'll insist, you are. Then okay, it's okay. If you think I'm a lady boy, fine, because I know what I am. If you think I'm black, fine. If you think that's what I am, then that's what I am. Because people see, that's how, when people look at you, that's what they think, that's what they see. 1 more minute. But white is the minority in South Africa. Yeah, white, Indian, and colors are very, very minority races. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to stop now. I have so many messages. But again, as I said, people, please, those of you who understand what's going on, go to the other videos. When you see people, because I cannot entertain that anymore. There's just too many comments. I need to move on to something else. I want to get over this. The subject is already so been there, done that, dusted already. Go to the thing there. If people are talking rubbish, set them straight, because we need educated people that vote. And don't waste your time with the non-South Africans who are in South Africa talking a lot here on in the chat and on my thing, because I can see they're non-South African. They don't know what they're talking about. They want to be Africans. Good, go and be an African in Nigeria and in Zimbabwe and Ghana and wherever you come from, and Tanzania, whatever. You leave us South Africans to be South African, because our South African blacks, I can see the intelligent ones are the South African blacks. So please go there and sort it out. And thank you so much for joining me. I had fun. Hope you had fun. Cheers. Have a good day.